It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Austin Armadillos. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Like 80. I got one.
Tight end right. Hey. You got three. Three down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Here we go.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Twist. Easy.
Spoke to Mike. Mike spoke. Bandit.
Whirl.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Ready? Black 20.
Mike, 44. Coming to you.
Easy.
44's to Mike. 44's to Mike. Coming. Fofo's to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
Ready. 91. 50. Mike, 50. Know your job. Check full. Hey, twist. Watch the twist.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go. Be ready. Check 52.
Pollard going to try the right side. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. No. Off.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike's 50. So we got man.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a 1st down with that catch.
61. Match box. Right. Hey, check. Mike 50. Let's get the ball. Check three. Hatchet.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It's out to Humbo. Check 37. Hey, I got it. Neil, check 43.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. That's it. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They run, Devontae Freeman. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Watch twist.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I got you. You're online, baby.
You good?
Out.
Double bump.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
He's coming. We got double up.
Hey, alert.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Man, I got you.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Watch the curl.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Complete to Washington.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
24. Hey, orbit. These 2.
Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. one. Switch.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Freeman a first down and more. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First down. Like 5.
Mike Popo.
No spacing.
44.
Alert.
Check.
Middle.
Game situation. Let's go. 44. Mike. 44.
Hey.
Stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
44.
44 is the Mike.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Patrick.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. All day, baby. All day.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. That'll bring up second down.
Blue 30.
Go. Mike 1.
Hey, alert.
Get off the field.
No spacing.
Here we go. One.
Hey, exit.
Watch one. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Go get him.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike Popo.
He's got 16.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey.
Motion. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
Alert.
Man out.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down inside the 30. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. Ben to throw again. Dancing to his left. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Devontae Freeman. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
50's the mic. Get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Bang, 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 bang. Legend. Motion. Shoot. Go. Check. Back.
Jackson now, throwing again. He's going to float this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Armadillos 14, Steelers 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Washington. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Danny. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch the pass. Hey, Mike 52.
These two.
Kill.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Show that bench release and go. These two. I got him. 50
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Pick it up,
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Tim Patrick, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's get that ball. Check. Orbit. Check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
You go. Don't be scared of it. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Night, sweetheart. Who's on quicker? Squeeze. Jam.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Mike 50, huh?
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike 50.
I don't think you got it, son. Yo, go ahead, baby. Go.
Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. It's a big play there. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Under 10. 10. Tight dog. Hey, moving. Moving.
Shift.
Now here's Pollard, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 20 on the year, and his guys are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Steelers 21.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Hey, Mike, Mike's 50.
Check Mike.
Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now third down.
Okay, 50, Mike. Right. It's just me and you.
Here's Jackson on third and long. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Miles Boykin, 84 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And down inside the 15 he goes. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's good for an Austin first down.
Watch the screen, watch the
and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Big edge. Undercrush. Go. Undercrush. Let it go.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the Steelers' 6-yard line.
Put. Hey, check. Mike 50. You're not ready.
Now Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Steelers 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Watch the flag.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with a football.
Check. Check safety. Go.
They'll run on first down. Pollard able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. Leo. Deuce. Check three. Go. What do you want? Okay. Joker.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. Around the NFL 3rd quarter from Foxborough. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Fofos and Mike. Mike's Fofos.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Intended for James Washington. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Delta. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Shut up.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Artie Burns there on the coverage.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
50's the Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check. Mike 50.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Slam. Right stone. Travel. Mike 50. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Kill. He's just...
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Back now in Austin. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Flush to his right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Johnson, the intended target.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 31, check 31. Check.
Here's Pollard again. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Finding some room at midfield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. And now it's blocked. The Steelers get it. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
A gain of 34 yards.
Throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Yes. We got Mike 50, huh? Here we go.
Jackson. Run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Hey, Charlie.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard
Let's go, boys.
line.
Bring it up.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. First down, and it's Pollard again. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Armadillos 65, Steelers 35. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
180. Quarter.
One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
Bravo.
So Mike's number 1. Mike's
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Black 20.
Stop.
Whirl.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight.
Hey, echo.
4 down. Alert.
Black. What's that?
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down.
230.
Mike 52.
Easy.
Get in the weight room. Mike 52.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. No, check that.
Again, it's Roethlisberger going for it all. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Roethlisberger's pass complete to Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Marquise Brown, 68 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
44, Mike, 44.
Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Fopo's the Mike. Mike's Fopo. Squeeze, double. 44 is the Mike. 44.
Hey, high 7.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Austin, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Time to bring the bass bird.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was